The history of hacking is almost as long as the history of computing itself. There are countless cybercriminals on the web, though only a few elites have earned the right to call themselves the most dangerous hackers in the world. Some want money, others desire recognition, but the best and most dangerous hackers are the ones who never get caught. So the hackers on this list either wanted the world to know what they did, or made a critical mistake that left them exposed. This video brings you the top 10 most elite hackers that almost never got caught. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video for more content like this. Number 10. Adrian Lamo. Adrian Lamo was only 20 when he used an unsecured content management tool at Yahoo in 2001 to edit a Reuters article and insert a false remark ascribed to former Attorney General John Ashcroft. Lamo frequently hacked into networks and then informed both his victims and the press. In some circumstances, he would assist in cleaning up the debris to strengthen their security. Known for his simplicity, Lamo went by the nickname the Homeless Hacker. Number 9. Astra. This hacker has a distinct approach to his work. The fact that he has never been publicly identified makes him a menace. However, according to certain media accounts, authorities captured Astra in 2008. They claim he was identified at the time as a 50-year-old Greek mathematician. Yeah, a mathematician. He was said to have been hacking into the Dassault Group for nearly a decade. During that period, he stole cutting-edge weaponry software and data, which he then sold to about 250 people worldwide. His identity has never been revealed, but the word Astra is Sanskrit for weapon. Number 8. Mr. Jonathan James. Jonathan James hacked multiple companies using the moniker Comrade. According to the New York Times, he used his hacking abilities to get access to the computers of the U.S. Department of Defense. But what stunned everyone was that James was only 15 years old at the time. James was apprehended in 2000 and sentenced to 6 months of house detention and a prohibition on recreational computer use. However, a probation breach sentenced him to 6 months in prison. James was the youngest person ever convicted of breaking cybercrime laws. He was also rumored to be part of the TJX hacking in 2006. It was a hack that exposed many customers' confidential information. His story ended with his suicide by gunshot in 2008. Number 7. Kevin Poulsen. In 1983, Poulsen, who was only 17, hacked into ARPANET, the Pentagon's computer network, under the nickname Dark Dante. Even though he was swiftly apprehended, the government decided not to press charges on Poulsen because he was a minor at the time. Poulsen ignored the warning and kept hacking. 5 years later, Poulsen hacked a federal computer and accessed papers belonging to the Philippines' deposed president, Ferdinand Marcos. After being on the run, Poulsen was caught shortly after and forbidden from using a computer for 3 years. He has since retired and picked a new hobby in white hat hacking and journalism. Number 6. Michael Kals. In February 2000, 15-year-old Michael Kals, commonly known as Mafia Boy, discovered how to hijack university computer networks. He used their combined resources to dethrone Yahoo, the world's largest search engine at the time. Within a week, he succeeded in shutting down Dell, eBay, CNN, and Amazon with a distributed denial-of-service attack that overwhelmed corporate servers and crashed their websites. Kals's wake-up call was possibly the most shocking for cybercrime investors and internet supporters. Number 5. Jensen James and Chetta. Jensen James and Chetta had no intention of hacking systems for credit card information or crashing networks to achieve social justice. Instead, Chetta was more interested in using bots, which are software-based robots that may infect and eventually control computer systems. In 2005, he infiltrated over 400,000 machines by using a succession of large-scale botnets, and Chetta received a 57-month prison sentence. This was the first time a hacker was sentenced to prison for using bot technology. Number 4. Richard Price and Matthew Bevan. In 1996, the duo led a group of British hackers who breached numerous military networks, including Griffiths Air Force Base, the Defense Information System Agency, and the Korean Atomic Research Institute, or KARI. Bevan, also known as Kuji, and Price, also known as Datastream Cowboy, have been accused of almost starting a third world war after dumping KARI research onto American military systems. The duo claimed they were seeking to prove a UFO theory. Number 3. Albert Gonzalez. Gonzalez, called Soup Nazi, was said to have started out as the troubled pack leader of computer nerds at his Miami high school. However, things evolved, and he finally became active on the illicit commerce website shadowcrew.com, where he was regarded as one of its greatest hackers and moderators. Gonzalez was arrested in New York at the age of 22 for debit card fraud in connection with the theft of data from millions of bank accounts. To avoid prison, he agreed to be an informant for the USA Secret Service, ultimately assisting in indicting scores of Shadow Crew members. Gonzalez continued his criminal activities while working as a paid informant. He still went on to do more hacks that got him sentenced to 20 years in prison in 2015. Number 2. Kevin Mitnick. Perhaps one of the most famous hackers in the world, Kevin Mitnick began his job as a teen. In 1981, he was accused of stealing computer manuals from Pacific Bell, and he managed to hack the North American Defense Command, NORAD, in 1982, inspiring the 1983 movie known as 4 Games. In 1989, he broke into the Network of Digital Equipment Corporation, or DEC, and copied its software. This act put Mitnick on the map because DEC was a leading computer maker at the time. He was later arrested, convicted, and imprisoned. Not taking the back seat, he went on to hack Pacific Bell's voicemail systems while he was on conditional release. Mitnick later got sentenced to 5 years in prison on multiple wire fraud and computer fraud counts. Once the world's most famous hacker, he is now a speaker, cybersecurity consultant, and a global authority on social engineering. Number 1. Ramon Abbas. Abbas, also known as Hush Puppy, is a Nigerian fraudster charged by the U.S. with conspiracy to launder hundreds of millions of dollars by compromising email accounts of high-level executives. Hush Puppy is known for posting photos of his lavish lifestyle on Instagram, where he has 2.5 million followers, and some estimate that he is worth over $1 billion in cash and assets. He's been the culprit of multi-billion-dollar data breaches which support his lavish lifestyle and desire for social intimidation. Since his arrest, Abbas pled guilty of laundering funds for North Korea. Were you surprised to see any familiar names on the list? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like it. Until next time.